So yeah, if I go from a faster to a slower subdivision, the pitch goes down. And then if I go from a slower to a faster, the pitch goes up. Alright, so for this video I'm going to talk about how to do this with a vocal chop, but you can definitely do it with any kind of sound. It works better though on a one shot as opposed to doing it with a loop. So yeah, I'll just play a little bit of this beat so you can hear what I have going on, and then I'll talk about the process. Alright, so I have this vocal chop here, and also this one. So I'm going to grab the Ableton Echo, but you can use any kind of delay as long as you can modulate either the time amount, or if you're on sync, the subdivision amount. But yeah, I really like the Ableton Echo. And the first thing I'm going to do is just set this a little bit lower. I would definitely recommend experimenting with the dry wet. And I'll set the feedback at 100 for now, but definitely experiment with that. One thing I like about the Echo is this filter down here, so I'm going to set this low cut at 600 Hertz, and I'll leave the high cut set at 5K for now. And so yeah, here's what it sounds like. So now I'm going to play that again, and as it's playing I'm going to move the sync subdivision amount. And you can do this with time too. I would definitely recommend experimenting with that also. And since the left and right are linked, anytime I move the left, the right's going to move. And I would recommend doing that just because it makes the end process a little bit more manageable. So yeah, if I go from a faster to a slower subdivision, the pitch goes down. And then if I go from a slower to a faster, the pitch goes up. So yeah, I'm going to take that concept and then build from it. So first I'm going to just open up the automation envelope. If you're on a Mac, you can just press the A key. And then I'm going to just draw in some automation right here. I think at first I'll have it go down in pitch. And then here I'll have it go up. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. It's a pretty quick process, but if you just leave it like that, it's a little bit hard to work with and it's a little bit unmanageable. So I'm going to just resample that. The first thing I'm going to do is put a new audio track under that by hitting Command T. And then I'll tell this to take audio from this Vox 1 track. Arm it. And then I'll just record this whole section right here. So now that I have that, I can use this more like a sample, and I can turn off automation mode. When I'm working with resampled stuff like this, a lot of times I like to have a blank audio channel under it that's turned off, and then that way I can just put all the stuff down there and then put the stuff that I actually want to use up here. So yeah, I'll just rename this so I don't get confused. And then now I can bring this up and I can fade it in, you know, just manipulate it however I need to fit in with the track. So yeah, I'll have that start a little bit later. I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit. I can put a little bit of a fade on there. So yeah, just being able to move this earlier or later in the arrangement, fade in the volume, it just makes it a lot more usable than if you just leave the automation up here how I originally had it. So yeah, I'm going to keep that how it is for now. And then I'm actually going to just drag this down and put this in the new channel. And then I'm going to take this piece and work on adding that. So yeah, I'll turn down the overall volume of this channel too. And then I'll turn this up. Fade this in. And then there's a few more things that I want to do. I'm going to add another echo to this new channel. And I'll keep the dry wet pretty low. I'll set that low cut again to 600 though. And that way it'll kind of help these new pieces blend in even a little bit more into the background and become a part of the sonic texture of the beat. So yeah. And it'll help this blend in also. I'll throw a glue compressor on there too, just to control the volume a little bit more. Alright, so now I'll check that with everything else playing. Nice. This one was getting a little bit too buried in the mix, so I'll just turn up the volume a little bit. Yeah, I don't want it to stick out too much. I want it to be more in the background and just add that little bit of extra texture and flavor. And it's all sourced from these vocals too, so it's related to other things that are happening in the beat. And it just helps tie everything together and just help everything feel a little bit more consistent and related. So yeah, that's it for the process though. It's really quick, but there's definitely a lot of room to be creative, and hopefully you can find a way to use this in your beats. And yeah, I hope it was helpful. Thanks a lot for checking out this video. Peace and much love.
Memory code.